Welcome to This Week in West Hempstead, sponsored this week by Stern and Spiegel LLP, 516-873-1683. Let us solve your problems. Take it away, David and Norm.
Thank you, Dan. And Norm, what's going on?
We got cops on the ball in town.
Wow, cops really on the ball. So the latest story, there's always crime like all over the place. So this one really takes the cake. Warren Samuels of Uniondale was pulled over on Cherry Valley Avenue, and I think it was by Grant Street, which is right by Stop and Shop, 1:30 a.m. This past Wednesday. And he was really pulled over for a simple thing. He wasn't maintaining proper lane, and apparently he had 9 counts. When it was all said and done, the cops, 9 counts, including gun possession,
9
crack.
counts? What do we got?
Oh, shoot. I don't know if we have enough time.
We
but
got weapons, we got guns, we got bullets. He had cocaine on him.
Well, no, it was actually crack, if we want to be technically
That
correct.
makes it better.
Yeah, I'm not sure if there's any difference. But yeah, 9. It's a good number. But I think the biggest part is that really the cops are on patrol, and they keep us safe, and 3 o'clock in the morning, things you don't have to go and worry about. Because when it comes 6 o'clock in the morning, you're going to wake up and it's time to get on the train. But where the heck is the trains going? I'm hearing so much backlash about this train thing. I feel like just going into the city and trying out myself. What's going on, Norm?
But they got all kinds of trains flying. They put on some extra trains for Brooklyn. I know that was a big issue for a while. They got trains going to Penn Station and Grand Central. So, they're busy, and everybody's trying to figure out what's the best way to go for them.
I will say I spoke to at least one person, and she was like, yep, my train is coming in routinely 10 to 12 minutes late every day.
That's normal.
Which is right, except for the fact that she's going into Nassau Boulevard, first of all, to catch a train to Atlantic Terminal, and then she's getting to work late, and it's not
It's a
good
mess.
for some people.
To the extent that there's a petition that's going around, and there's a link to it on westhempsteadecho.com, and it's from riders who are really just pissed off. And they're basically saying that there's 30% fewer trains going into Brooklyn than there were before. That's really the bottom line. And I think it's great that they're going into Grand Central, and hopefully they're going to modernize their fleet. But at the end of the day, those people who are used to going into Brooklyn, not so good.
Yeah, not good at all.
So again, if you're interested, I think they up until the time of the airing, they had 157 people that have signed. They're looking to get 200. If you're really pissed off, go to the link and check it out.
I do think we can ask the question as to whether this is just normal growing pains or whether they've screwed up. But since I have no faith in the railroad, I'm going to assume screw up.
Well, I'm assuming that it's probably both. So Norm, there's at Albany with the governor, Kathy Hochul.
She's gotten out of control. I don't know what happened to her, but she all of a sudden.
What's that guy? I didn't even get into what's the story? What's the issue here?
She decided.
What is this? WABC? What's going on?
She decided Long Island doesn't have enough houses, so everybody's allowed to take in a border now. They want to increase the density. You could have 2-family houses everywhere, unlimited parking on every street. It seems to be something the supervisors of all the towns in Long Island are going crazy. They're heading up to Albany next week. They're upset about the fact that they took away local control of zoning.
Unbelievable.
So short of us reopening Lower East Side tenement houses here, is she just trying to increase the tax base? Are we actually in a housing crisis? The prices seem to be affecting people, but
it's my guess is it has all to do about low-income housing, and they're just looking to get the price down with driving having more houses, so it's supply and demand, and more affordable housing, but at the expense of suburban homeowners who've really worked their butts off to have what they have.
Yeah, but there is a trickle-down effort to this, and that's going to end up to be money, because money's going to be
in politics? Shocking.
I don't know if she's really going to be successful at the end. She doesn't really seem to have a lot of clout in getting things done. So, let's see. But it's good that, Town of Hempstead is getting behind the fighting this, and we'll see what happens.
North Hempstead as well.
Well, while all this is going on, there are building projects planned for West Hempstead for some more apartments up near the trains. So
that's a really good point. But what we're really talking about is, I think, 2-family houses, and even taking like a 4-bedroom house, and all of a sudden the basement is now a 2-family. You bring in a separate electric unit, and away you go, right?
Yeah, well, the dangers in that is there's no egress. In the case of emergency, basements are not designed unless you retrofit them properly for a 2-family. There's plenty of space to do it, but they haven't allowed it, number one. And number two, it's not zoned properly. So once they change the zoning, then it's just a matter of constructing it properly so that people are safe.
And let me bring up, of course, the fact that to get anything done construction-wise in Nassau County and probably town of Hempstead too can take months to get permits and all the rest of it. So
Yeah.
I don't have high hopes for this happening.
No, I don't
speedily.
think it's going to happen. But you know what? It sounds like it's something that's worth fighting against.
Yeah, well, the town is looking for pets to be sheltered, either as a fostering or to adopt a pet. The pets are free. You can come and try one out. If you're fostering, try it for a while, see if you find the pet that matches your family's needs. It's available now, 516-785-5220. It's until March 31st.
All right.
And we talked about Milo a couple of months ago, didn't we? A couple of weeks back, there was one dog we called
There's
out.
a Marley now, I think, that's
Marley.
looking to be
Okay, we're
adopted.
going with the
And
M
all
names.
dogs have to start with M. Yeah.
Apparently. It's a zoning thing.
Yeah, so we got a bunch of holidays coming up, and really excited about that. Spring is in the air, and the first one we got coming up is March 17th,
Yep.
and we got St. Patrick's Day.
Yep.
And St. Patrick's would not be complete without a visit to Ricester's, and getting some of their delicious St. Patrick's Day edibles. And
Soda
not
bread.
edibles, sorry, wrong. let's edit that out, probably.
Soda bread, I think, is one of the
Soda
one of
bread
the
is a lot better. So let's stick with the soda bread. A lot of things that are green.
There's a lot of holidays
Actually, you know
coming.
what? Strike the green part. The other holiday we have is April 5th. We have Passover. And the first night of Passover, it just so happens that Cooking Vibes, we have Leah and Michelle show everyone and talk about how to make matzo balls for Passover. And last but not least, we got Easter coming up on April 19th. So you know what that means. It's time for the 10 Commandments to come out on ABC.
Absolutely.
So a lot of holidays, a lot of great places to get your holiday food. So whether you're going to Ricester's or perhaps you're going across the street to I&D for a one-stop shop for all things Passover, it's a great time of the season. So I want to thank you, Dan. I want to thank you, Norm, for a rather spirited conversation. And we'll join you next week on This Week in West Hempstead.
Have a great week.
Thanks for watching, everybody. As always, if you'd like to sponsor some of our programs, as Stern and Spiegel are, please reach out to us at sales@westhempsteadecho.com.